Let's cure depression. Let's cure anxiety, feeling empty, the feeling of life is passing you by. I hear that so much that I feel that life is passing me by and I don't know my purpose. I feel like I'm not taking advantage of my purpose. Now, before we get into that, I want to let you know that there is happiness. It is very possible. All these emotional issues are symptoms. I want to first talk about me. It took me years to be able to talk about this. I grew up in a very abusive family. My mother, I've seen her attack my father with a knife several times. Uh, I was abused mentally, physically. I was hit a lot. I was told that they don't care if they go to prison. Um, or she would say this. I said they. She would say she didn't care if she went to prison. She would cut off my hand. She would kill me. She said that she would kill me at night. So I would sleep underneath my bed crying, petrified. And I was a kid. I was a little kid. 7 years old, and I didn't know any better. I thought that this was my reality. This was it. I didn't know that there was any resources. And when you're a kid, you don't know these things. You're so vulnerable, and anything an adult tells you, you believe. And long story short, I almost was abused sexually, and I was saved from this experience. And the only reason why I know this now is because if I would have gone through that experience, it would have broken me completely, and I probably wouldn't be able to have gone down the path that I went, so that way I can help others heal. So I understand that how, as bad as I had it, I'm very fortunate. And it took me a long time to get my perspective changed, and this happens on a soul level. So let me just mention that the healing happens on a soul level. As medication is not going to work, clinical therapy is just not going to work. Just talking about it, you need to enter a state of hypnosis where your subconscious is able to come forward. Your subconscious controls 95% of your actions, your reality, and 5% is controlled by your critical mind. So you can walk around, for instance, all day and say, "I'm going to make 200,000 a year." That's your critical thinking, right? That's your conscious mind. But if your subconscious mind, which is 95%, says no, you're only worth 65,000, then that's the 65,000 is going to win. And so this is where introspective hypnosis comes in. You're able to address the issue from the source, and once you're at the subconscious level, you can speak to your higher self, right? Your consciousness, and get the assistance of your guides. All hypnosis is self hypnosis. It all is up to you. Depending, you may be in the middle of, and you're not even aware of this, but you may be in the middle of a life decision where your path may go two different ways. And so you may not get all the answers that you want because they're waiting for you to make that decision, because ultimately all is, you're in control. You're the one here having this physical experience. It's, you are a spiritual being having a physical experience, not the other way around. So you're making all the decisions. So when I awakened and I went through the process of healing, I was able to forgive all of my abusers, and my perspective changed. I was I was able to talk about these things, and I thought I was completely healed. But until I had, and that was after I had hypnotherapy sessions, but I didn't have introspective. Now, once I went through an introspective hypnotherapy session, I was able to get to the source, my soul, and see and speak and be able to get the healing done. And I cried after many years of me being healed, supposedly. I cried and I cried and I understood. My perspective changed. I said, "Oh my, now I understand. Now I get it. My path is this, and I needed to go through that. And okay, I'm here. Let's go." And it's continuing. the process of evolving through this physical experience. But it does not happen. The happiness doesn't happen until the soul is healed. These lingering symptoms of depression, smoking, overeating, that, again, it's all on the subconscious. You could quit smoking, but if you haven't healed your soul, you're going to get another addiction, because that's a symptom that there's trauma that's knocking. It's your higher self or your soul knocking. Hey, hello, I'm here, let's heal. But you ignore it, you quit smoking, so you gain weight because you overeat now, or vice versa. So we got to get to the symptom, to the root of the symptom. So I wanted to make this video and explain how this is done and prove it to you with my own experience. And right now, I understand times are hard. That's why I have a really good sale going on, a really good deal on my sessions. But you don't even need to go have a session with me. Do inner work, have meditation sessions within yourself, and get to a place of peace and be able to get to a place where you're able to address these emotional traumas and take back control of your life. The decision is yours. Ignoring this opportunity could be ignoring, and again, the opportunity of healing, not so much having a session, the opportunity of healing. Because if you don't take advantage, what's going to happen is, oftentimes, instead of knocking, they're going to knock down the door, and a really traumatic event is going to happen, an accident, and then what are you going to, the trauma, the healing is going to be from a harder place. It's going to be more difficult, more challenging, because it can happen in a number of different ways. So it's best to address it and answer the door when it's just a knock versus, as I mentioned, a knock down the door. Now, what's the worst that can happen, right? You can stop medication, avoid hours of therapy, and new life, better relationship, better, family relationship, personal relationship, your marriage, your mate, or whoever. And the soul wants to heal. That is the key. It's on the soul level. Are you going to let this just pass by? It's up to you. Again, all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. And, it's tough. Your subconscious, again, is about 95% of your reality. What are you manifesting back into your reality? Is it more negative thoughts? Oh, I'm depressed because of this. They did this. They did that. I'm the victim. And you're going to manifest this into your aura and your toroidal field. And I don't want to get too technical, but into the, but it emits out, comes back. We need to change that. Your perspective needs to change. And the only way that you can change your perspective is when you get into that state and you get this explanation. They're the best ones. I don't do the healing. Your higher self, your guide, is who is the one that's there. I just facilitate the path of communication. And that's it. So I take a step back. I'm not special. And you can do this on your own. That's why. You can do this on your own. Deep meditation. Are you curious to know what your soul has to say? What kind of healing that needs to happen? It could be something from a past life. As I mentioned, you may not even have an idea, of what's happening. You have an unexplained pain, or you can't explain why you're so depressed, why you're sad. You have no reason to. It's expanding your knowledge. It's expanding your feelings and your DNA, actually, because it's a state of mind. All right. Well, again, Source Hypnotherapy Healing.com is my website. You'll be able to book a session or get examples of how I facilitate my sessions. The point is to heal. That's it. Be mindful of it. Your thoughts are energy. And let's heal. And if everybody were to do a past life regression or introspective hypnosis session, this would be a better place. I hope to hear from you.